Hello, Enid. I am Diana Hernandez, Communications Assistant for the City of Enid. With me, City Manager Jerald Gilbert. Jerald, it's good to see you.
Hello, Enid. I'm going to go ahead and lower my mask so you can hear me better today. It's great to be here with you, Diana, on yet another Monday.
That's right, another Monday. Glad to have you on board. All right, let's jump right into it. On our first press release that I'm going to go over, it was released February the 26th. It was to announce Green Yard waste collection will transition to the spring and summer schedule beginning Monday, April 5th. Now, a couple things I want to touch about this, that they do ask that it be on the curb no later than 7:30 a.m. on Mondays. City-issued green polycards are used for yard waste such as leaves, twigs, grass. Green yard waste polycard containers will not be emptied if they contain household trash due to the yard waste being placed in different fields for composting. Now, if you do want a green polycart, the fee is $60 and it will be charged to your water bill. And where you can, person to contact for that is 580-616-7300. And you can always go to www.enid.org/yard-waste. All right, and next press release that I'm going to go over is waterline construction presentation for East Randolph Avenue. The city engineering department has scheduled a presentation for interested business owners, property owners, residents on the waterline construction along East Randolph Avenue between North Washington Street and North 7th Street. So this will be held at the Stride Center at the Benson Ballroom, 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday, March the 3rd. So if you're interested to see what this is about, it's a good thing to be informed, especially if you live right along or have a business right along Randolph. Right. And next is a closure of 1102 Sunset Avenue area. Now, this press release was released February the 22nd to begin the closure of that area on the 24th. Now, it is still closed because it approximately is taking 2 weeks for concrete repairs. So if you live around that area or commute through that area, so that you know it should be about that, well, you know, depending on weather, of course, you know,
Sure.
It's always contingent on weather.
Yeah.
All right. Next, press release, water conservation urged to prevent a water emergency. Well, actually, before I jump into that, let me focus on this slide right now. Now, reports made to OG&E for damages. Now, if you go to that link, you can still report to OG&E any potential damages that you might have had during the last ice storm, and that link still works. And you can see details right there on the screen for you. And for maybe if you took a minute to get things situated in the house, and now you have time to come around, that's the information that you would need right now. All right. Next, we did issue a press release for water conservation. We were under a lot was going on. We had the ice storm, and so to prevent pipes from freezing, there was a lot of water usage. David Hunter put it like it was like a hot July day. Yes. On the water consumption. Now, we have gone lower in water consumption. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, we've just been through a bunch of incredible circumstances lately, like everybody. We've been through about two weeks of sub-freezing, sub-zero weather. It has wreaked havoc on our water systems, much like it has in other cities throughout Oklahoma and Texas. We've actually fared better than other cities in Oklahoma and Texas. However, we noted that as the weather improved and lines started thawing, we had a lot of significant breaks. In fact, we put out some information last week about the number of breaks, water line breaks that we've had in the city, which of course you use a lot of water when water is just gushing outside of a pipe. Also, because of the sub-zero weather, people had been, rightfully so, dripping their faucets. And as David Hunter said, when you got 50,000 people dripping faucets, that adds up to a lot of water usage. So as you can see on the graph, we were a little concerned in that time frame with our water usage. It jumped way, way up. And so as a precautionary communication, we asked folks to, if they didn't need to drip their faucets anymore, to turn them off now. And we've also been fixing leaks throughout the city, as have homeowners and people throughout the city. And you can see what you would expect as the curve has come back down to water usage is about the normal, around 8 million gallons per day or so. But we do appreciate everybody doing their very best to comply with that information when it came out. And again, I want to thank the water utility maintenance crews who were out in all kinds of weather, whether it was below freezing or below zero.
That's right.
Still fixing these water leaks,
Yep.
and which is critical for the city. So an abundance of communicating with the public and sharing with you what we know, we put that out. And so good news is things are pretty much back to normal as far as water usage. There are still leaks to be fixed, and I'm sure the homeowners still have leaks to deal with, but that was a difficult time, so we appreciate the public helping us with that.
Thank you, Jerald. All right, now let's jump into our next press release. Now, this is going to be from the public library. They are asking individuals that are in the military, any military personnel, maybe you had a family member who was in the military, they want to share your story, your military story. I know that for me, Jerald, a lot of my favorite stories come from military personnel, and it's just way over the top, and it's great. So military movies are always popular. So this collection of pictures or stories will take place at the public library through March 15th. Now they will display this beginning March 29th through May. So if you know of a great story, if you know someone who you've heard a great story from, let them know to contact the public library. It should be pretty cool.
Yeah, it'd be great for everybody out there that's a veteran or that has a loved one that's a veteran to get their information, share their story with the public. And an easy way to do that is give some information to the library. The library will compile all that, make it available. And it's a way of learning. It's a living history class from the people that have been there and seen those things. We don't have very many World War II vets left. So those are priceless, as are our Vietnam veterans. And all the veterans since then and before, if there are some. We'd appreciate doing that. It'd be fantastic. I look forward to getting over to the library and looking at some of that myself.
Me too, me too. All right, now we're going to jump into some updates and happenings happening right here at the City of Enid. First department that you will see on the screen is us, the Communications Department. And right there on the screen, our intern, Kirby Scott, had wrapped up his internship with us, and we were celebrating with a Kirby cake, wishing him farewell in his future endeavors. So Kirby, if you're watching this, thank you so much for all the hard work and contribution that you've made to the department, not only to the department, but to the residents of Enid. Thank you so much. And next thing that the Communications Department has done to help relay and facilitate information to the residents of Enid is that we have created an app on Fire TV. So if you have a Fire Stick at home and you don't have cable, I know I don't, so this works for me, that you can get the app on your Fire Stick, go into your Amazon account and look City of Enid, and you can pull us up and download that app, and you can watch all the updates on that app as we download them. Also, another fun thing that we are doing to help kind of disseminate information to a broader audience, to our residents here in Enid, is we also made a Roku app. Now this is, if you have a Roku TV, you can just go where you download the apps, you look for City of Enid, and you can download our app and watch us on there too. And as you can see on the screen, that is how you'll see us featured on our Roku app. So it's really exciting, to be able to disseminate this information to you guys in a lot more timely manner, but in a lot more broader, wider platform. So,
yeah, fantastic creativity from this department. And I think Shay, in particular, Shay's back there. You can't see him, he's off camera, but he put that stuff together.
Absolutely.
For the residents to be able to, if they have that Fire Stick or they have the Roku device, they can hook it up to the TV and get that app and download some City of Enid programs like this one.
That's right. All right, now let's jump into some happenings at the Human Resources Department. Now, they are hiring. Actually, we are hiring. I'm going to list the positions here, and on the screen you'll be able to see more details about it and the deadline to the application. So pay attention to the deadline. Do not miss your opportunity to be able to be part of this great team here at the City of Enid. Now, network specialist is one position, network technician, heavy equipment operator, building maintenance attendant, traffic and sign technician, field operator, auto diesel mechanic, 911 call taker dispatcher, operations manager, police officer. Seasonal positions are head lifeguard and lifeguard. Now these are for in preparation for the summer so that we can get the process going now. If they need any certifications, we can get the ball rolling now in time to open the pool by summer. All right, then now next department we're going to be focusing on is fleet management. And as you can see there, crews continue maintenance on vehicles in the city's fleet. Next will be parks and recreation. Crews unloading new bleachers for installation at Crossland North, across the North Park. So that's awesome. I know that they did that for the skate park.
Yes.
And those are handy because a lot of people just kind of sit and watch parents, as kids do their things. So that's a neat thing, especially as a parent, to be able to, sit and watch and be a spectator. Alrighty. And next is stormwater and roadway. Crews training on the department's new asphalt zipper. Now that's a term out of my realm, but asphalt zipper, that is the for the roads, paving the roads with asphalt, correct?
Yeah. What the zipper does is it rips up the old asphalt into millings that we plan to reuse as bedding, road bed, to lay some new asphalt layers down on top of. And that's part of our asphalt program that the roadway maintenance and stormwater department is working on even today. They're out there preparing some streets up in the fairgrounds area between Grand and 4th Street and north of Willow and south of Oxford.
Awesome, thank you for sharing that. All right, next is technical services. Crews are remodeling the restroom plumbing at Meadow Lake Park. Now I was checking out that. That's some nice.
Yes.
So nice. I haven't been there and I haven't checked that out, but that's really nice. So I know it's going to look really nice when it's done. Next is solid waste service. Solid waste clearing brush piles at the landfill. That's an ongoing process. I feel like every time I drive by there, they're always doing something. So it's always moving. It's always buzzing in that area. Next is utility maintenance. Maintenance repairing a water line on South Harding. Thank you guys for everything that you do. You guys get in there and get dirty, and I hope you take a lot of pride in it because I know that we are proud of you for everything that you do for us to keep the infrastructure and things going. Next is water production. Pumpage for the last week was 74,921,670 gallons of water, and water production there on the picture shows that they are repairing busted valves at well sites. It's a really good team that we got going on here. I'm going to go back and encourage individuals to, apply for one of the many awesome positions that we are hiring for. You can go to our website, enid.org, and click on the careers tab, and there you can apply. And so it's really neat. We have a great group here and a lot of dedicated folks. Right, Jerald?
Yes, absolutely. It's a great place to work, and we need more teammates down here. So yes, please, if you see a position you're qualified for, please apply, and we'd love to have you on the team.
Yes, awesome. Now, we are going to go into some COVID numbers. And as you can see there, they have gotten, they've changed quite a bit. And I'll go ahead and go down the list. In Garfield County, total confirmed cases 7,588, and for Enid 709. Total confirmed deaths for Garfield County is 78, and total confirmed cases for Enid is 70. Total confirmed recovered cases for Garfield County are 7,299, and for Enid is 6,438. Now, Garfield County, it is at a total active cases of 211, and for Enid, 201. So they have come down quite a bit, haven't they, Jerald?
Yeah, the current case count is down quite a bit, and so we're glad about that, but we do know that it's still an issue. We are so thrilled that the county is doing such a great job running that vaccination clinic out at Oakwood Mall. We anticipate that will continue for several more months probably, and then there's so many more sources now that offer the vaccine too. I know Sheffy's had some doses from time to time. You might be able to talk to your own doctor and get a vaccination. Eventually the VA, if they're not already, will be also giving vaccinations for this. And the new shot, I guess, from Johnson & Johnson, I think is close to FDA approval, so, or maybe it already got approval. But I just want to encourage everybody to go out to that website, vaccinate.oklahoma.gov, and get signed up so you can get notices when it's your time and when there's a vaccination clinic in your area. Again, I'm very pleased and thrilled with the work that Garfield County is doing.
That's right.
Your local government too, through the county, providing those shots. And there's so many volunteers. We need to thank everybody that's volunteering their time. Janet Cordell and so many others. I couldn't begin to list all of them because I don't even know all of them. Appreciate the National Guard as they are detailed through the state to work out there and help with the event. I appreciate the mall owner, Mr. Todd Ruth, donating the rooms out there. I know the city is helping with supplies and things that they need, even basic things like toilet paper and paper towels and cleaning of the facility. So we are happy to be a part of that, and we encourage everybody to get involved. It's my understanding now that educators it's open to educators.
Yes.
They've had some clinics that were just recently reported on in the paper, and then I think that people with comorbidities are also eligible now and can get signed up. So if you meet any of that criteria and are interested in a shot, please go out to the website. And if you need help, you can certainly reach out to the county or reach out to the city. There's lots of people that will help you get signed up.
Absolutely. Now, I did speak with the Community Engagement Director, Maggie Jackson, at the Garfield County Health Department. She did confirm with me that we still are technically in still phase 2. However, it has opened up to comorbidity, like you had mentioned. That is anything that, like heart disease, that would put you at a higher risk if getting COVID, and or if you have underlying issues that would suppress your immune system. Now, it is open for teachers from K through 12. So if you are in the education field and you would like to get your shot, it is open for you. And so this is really great news, and I know they're pushing these vaccines through very well. So great job, Garfield County, for doing that.
You bet.
Yes. So is there anything else that you want to share before closing out? Now, we do have a study session.
Yep, we probably want to talk about the council meeting.
That's right. So what is on the agenda for this commission meeting?
Yes, tomorrow in study session we'll be talking about, well, actually, Mark Allen will come and give an update on the new Enid soccer complex. It's going to be a fabulous facility. It's going to cost at least, or there's going to be an investment of probably more than $10 million. Mr. Allen will update us on that more so tomorrow. I know the city's contribution has been significant. It's a little over $3 million at this point. And I can't thank the Allen McLaughlin family enough, and all the donors in town. This town is great to live in for a number of reasons, but because private folks give back and
That's
contribute
right.
significant monies to make something like this happen. So it's going to be a first-class facility. Mark Allen's going to talk all about it tomorrow in study session at the Stride Bank Center at 5. We televise that. I say we televise it. We stream it live, and so everybody can watch it that way through YouTube and all those Roku TV. Well, I don't know if it'll be on Roku, but it'll be streamed live through YouTube and Facebook, and you can watch and be updated. And then those programs will get recorded and can be distributed through some of our other sources that you can see later. But we think it's a phenomenal project. It likely probably wouldn't have happened alone with the city. Or maybe even the private sector. So it's a great example of a public-private partnership, and we're doing everything we can to coordinate very well with his team. And there's the Enid Sports Association that he's put together, and his daughter, I believe, is the chairperson on, Claire Neal. So it's a fantastic project. That's the main thing in the study session, in fact, the only thing. And the regular session, there's just a few items. Can't think of anything notable. But the most exciting thing for me is probably the study session where we're going to hear from Mr. Allen.
All right, awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And do you have any closing thoughts, remarks that you want to share with the residents before we close out?
Yeah, I do. I just want to say that I think 2021 is going to be a great year for Enid and for the people that live here. And it's largely going to be great because of the people that live here and that contribute and are working very hard. Including the city and so many organizations, nonprofits, the Visit Enids, the Enid Regional Developments, alliances, the Main Streets. I know I was happy to sit in on some meetings Friday on the Elevate Enid sessions, which were very good about different committee reports on efforts by citizens, led by grassroots citizens and leaders, working with the city and others to make these things that everybody wants come true. Things like the soccer complex. I mean, the soccer complex isn't specifically on there, but you know, just things like downtown streetscaping, things like that. We have to have the vision for it first, and then we have to put together a plan, and we do need money. So that's why our public-private partnerships are so successful, because we can leverage a little bit of our money with a little bit of the private money, or vice versa, and make twice or three times as much happen. So very excited about that. I do know the downtown hotel is getting close to being open. I don't know an exact date, but I've seen it inside of it. It's beautiful. The citizens will be very pleased. It'll be the most popular hotel in town, I'm sure, within a month or two. So looking forward to that. And I think that's probably all I have today, but I'm just excited to looking ahead. February's over, so I predict that there's not going to be much more winter left.
That's right.
So soon we'll have to be sharpening the lawnmower blades and preparing the sprayers. It's probably already time to do that.
Yeah.
And so I look forward to seeing you again soon, and I enjoy living here and working here for you, as do all the city employees.
Thank you, Jerald, for those remarks. All right, and thank you everyone for watching, and join us next Monday at 1:30 for another city management update. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to the Enid Communications Department via Facebook, or you can call us. I don't know if you want to give it your contact, but
sure.
You can always reach the Communications Department at 580-616-7258.
And you can always reach out to me, 580-616-7245, or jgilbert@enid.org.
Awesome. All right. And as always, you guys have a great week and stay safe. Thank you. Bye.